Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of your favorite podcast.
Oh my God, it's 30.
30!
I didn't even realize it was 30 today.
Know. So exciting.
Wow,
The
happy
big
30.
Happy 30.
That's an accomplishment. 3 decades of episodes.
3 decades of episodes. Well, it doesn't really work that way. But yes, welcome everyone to another episode of I Don't Know.
Another milestone.
With your favorite people, Jackie and
Sana.
So, weekend recap. Let's get into it.
Let's dive right in. Well, I've been extremely busy. As you can see, I look like a hot mess today. My hair is still wet, not proper. Yeah. So
apologies,
please,
everyone.
My haters online, please be nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did go out this weekend. I went to dinner on Friday night, and it was really good pasta. Okay, I really don't know how to pronounce the restaurant.
I've heard it so many different ways, and I've heard it's Cento. I've heard it's Kento.
Cento.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
How would the Italians say it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yes, you went to that pasta bar.
I went to that pasta bar in Los Angeles. It was so good. They had a spicy pomodoro pasta, which was delicious, and it had like a whole like glob of ricotta, whipped ricotta. So good. And then we had this beet spaghetti, which is different. It was good, but it was on the sweeter side. Also had ricotta. Really good. And then we had this tzatziki with roasted eggplant, farro, and pomegranate.
That sounds so good.
That was so good. Honestly, the food was really good. I definitely recommend.
It was worth the hype?
It was worth the hype. You should definitely check it out. Take me if you're going to go, because I would be down to eat again, my viewers.
Take me first, because I didn't go, because Sana didn't invite me.
Oh, well, fine. Okay. Sorry.
Me first, then Sana second.
Or both of us at the same time.
That's true.
Whatever. You're paying, though.
True.
We're the entertainment.
We're the entertainment.
Yeah. So I did that on Friday. And then Saturday, obviously worked all day. And then I went out at night. Sunday, worked, went to the Legree studio. And that's my life has been a lot of work, Legree, and a little bit of socializing.
Yeah. You've been running around. All around town. Honestly, it's been nonstop for this entire month.
It's been nonstop.
Every single weekend.
February,
every single day, there's always something happening. So
I did manage to get a massage on Friday. I did do.
That's right.
Yeah, that was good.
I was very jealous of that.
That was good.
A massage. I actually need to go to the chiropractor and get cracked.
Yeah,
that's what I need to do.
I also had a date cancel on me. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I did. So
we weren't mad at it.
We're getting rescheduled, but you know what I mean.
Yes, you know.
That was my weekend. How about
you? Nowhere near anywhere as busy as you. I have not been busy like at all. But my April's about to start getting busy.
Your birthday month.
It's my birthday month. Everyone, please feel free to send money.
I'll put my Venmo.
Yeah, I will put my Venmo up. April 21st. Everyone, mark it on your calendars. It is my birthday. Now, it's about to get busy because I think like I was looking at my calendar and every single weekend I have something, which is fun because I need things to do. I found that I am very bored.
Yeah.
And so I need to start filling my time with some stuff. I need to get better hobbies, more hobbies. I need to go take some classes. I think that's what I'm going to look into, is taking a kickboxing class or something. So anyway, but weekend, let's see. What did I do? Friday, honestly, I think it's because I don't do anything. I don't remember. Oh, Friday stayed in because I had to work Saturday. And watched Love is Blind, which we will get into, everyone.
Yeah, it's a juicy Love is Blind episode. You know we have to talk about it.
Yeah. You already know.
It's a show that deserves an episode. We already did it once. Now we got to do it again.
You already know. And so worked all day and did that. And then what else? And then Sunday, church. And then after, I actually met up with some friends. We went to an escape room in LA. So much fun. I love escape rooms.
I love them too. And they sometimes make me feel like really dumb. I'm like, how did I not think of that?
Yeah. You feel really stupid and really inadequate. But it's also very fun.
Yeah, no, it is.
And it also
is challenging.
It's challenging.
Love the challenge.
I love the challenge. It's such a good time. This one was very different. It had a live actor,
which is I've never done. That's cool.
Yeah, in the room with you. So, and it was kind of cool because it's called The Basement in LA. It's kind of kind of way in the hell out there. I think it's like in Sylmar or something.
Oh,
like,
that's like the valley.
Yeah. And because I was like, where the hell are we? You know, like when you hit different like markers like on the freeways and you're like, wait.
You're like, we're not in Central LA
Yeah,
anymore.
we were not like in, you know, West Hollywood or anything like that. So anyway, so it's called The Basement. And the cool thing about it is that it's an entire experience. So you can do all the rooms because all the rooms are connected to one another in the story. So the whole story is that you're with a like a serial killer in a way, and you're like at his house basically. So you've been like captured, and so you got to get out. So I think there was an elevator, which apparently you could possibly get wet, and I think the room like shrinks, like type of thing. Yeah, the elevator. Then there was the basement, and then or the attic, I think, or something. One of the basement or attic, one or the other. Then the study, which is the one that we did. And then the courtyard, which is like outside or supposed to be outside. I don't know. And 3 out of the 4 rooms have live actors. And so ours was a study. And so basically it's like we went into his private study when it's actually his dead mother's like bedroom.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And so, but it's done really, really well. And like even the workers are like very involved in this. And it even starts, even to get into the building, you have to solve something to get in.
Oh, I love that.
Like, I love it. It was so great. It was such a fun time. And so the live actor, she was supposedly like the deranged, like, maid, the mother's maid. And you had to like put on her clothes and like dress like her.
Oh my God.
And she was like touching you and she was like, Mrs. Tandy, is that you? It was crazy. And I was like,
that's actually really cool.
It was really, really cool. It was really cool. So, and then it led into different rooms. So you had like one room and then you led into another room and then we got into the closet and there was 2 more. We didn't make it. So we died.
That was my question. Did you escape?
No, we didn't.
So you're not as smart as you want people to think.
We're not. No, I really am not. Surprise, everyone. I mean, I think my choices in men can solidify that. No, but I guess that room only has a 15% success rate.
That's really hard. Should we? Well, I guess we can't go back because you've already done it. We can go to a different room.
We can do a different room. Yeah, we can do a different one. It's really, really cool. It was a really fun time. But I love escape rooms, and I don't know if they were trying to make us feel better, but the actress afterwards, she was like, "No, you guys did really well." She was like, "Most people don't make it past like the mom's room." And she's like, you guys had 2 more things to solve and then you would have been out. So anyway,
we tried.
They love you. Yeah. But yeah, we tried, but it was really fun. And then we like went and got like drinks and had some good food and just good conversation. So it was nice. It was a nice way to actually like have a weekend since I had to work, but
yeah, that is nice.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. We already kind of introed it a little bit.
We did. Now let's get into it.
Love is Blind.
Spice.
Love is Blind is back. Everybody.
You know what? I will say that is the one show that you don't have to wait forever for a new season.
I love it.
And I think it's because you told me they record back to back.
Yeah, I think they record back to back because I think the next one is going to be DC because Raisa said that I think that they were casting for it in DC because this one's Seattle and they were already casting for it. For DC.
Los Angeles would be very interesting.
Los Angeles would be so interesting. Mostly because I do not feel like there's anybody authentic in LA. That's the key for me.
I would wonder how a Los Angeles one would be.
Ooh, that they probably won't come here because there's probably enough casting coming out of it. But I don't know. That'd be interesting.
If they want real drama, I mean, there's good drama, but like
if you want like messy drama, LA would be it. But so yes, new season. So we have our couples because it's season 4. So just FYI, we are going. It's a bunch of spoiler alerts. So if you have not watched it and you are a Love is Blind fan. Go listen to an older episode of ours.
Yeah. Go repeat, please.
Go repeat. Go, just
watch your favorite.
Yeah.
And actually comment your favorite. I want to know what your favorite is.
Yes, we'd love to know that. But yeah, you're going to want to skip if you have not watched it and you don't want spoilers. So, fair warning.
Come back to it later, though. Make sure you do come back.
All right. Yes. Come back to it after. But anyway. So, Love is Blind. Couples. We have 5 couples. Brett and Tiffany.
Like them.
I like them as well. They were the first. I have a theory that it's whoever's the first couple is always going to be the strongest.
Has that been across the board?
I think the first one was Lauren and
Cameron.
Cameron.
I like them. They're still married.
Yeah, they're still married and they were the strongest. Yeah. They had the least amount of drama. 2 was... Ooh.
But I don't remember the cast of 2 at all.
I don't remember the cast of 2 at all either. Actually, they might have broken up.
Wait,
I'm not sure.
2 wasn't Dipti in them? Was it?
No. Dipti and Shake? No.
That was the first.
They were the first couple?
No, but I'm saying that was their season.
Yes, that was their season. They were season 2.
Then there was Damien and Giannini, or Gianna, whatever her name is.
Giannina or something.
And then who else was in that season?
Barnett and Amber.
Barnett, they're still together.
Yeah. But they weren't number 1. I forget who the first couple was.
And Jessica
Actually,
and what's
I think
Mark?
it was a very...
I don't think that one applied.
No, that one didn't apply, so my theory is busted. But then season 3 was Alexa and dipshit. What's his face? He is.
I don't remember his name either. Shoot.
Exactly. But they were the strongest.
And they're still together, yeah.
They're still together. And so now we have Brett and Tiffany, which they seem like they're the strongest and actually like...
Really into each other and solid.
They're also, I think, the oldest ones there.
Solid
it's like 35 and 36.
No drama.
No drama.
The way he thinks about things.
Yes.
Like, I think he made... we're not really discussing it, but I think he made like a comment to the guys and he was like, I want her to never have to question how I feel about her.
Yeah.
And I love that. He was like, I want her to wake up every day knowing that I love her.
Yes. He had some really good comments that he made, and just the way that he was expressing himself and being like very open and vulnerable, like note to everyone really, but to men, that's what we want. We want the reassurance and open up to us. We want to know. But they seem very solid and they seem very into each other. And even like at the pool party in Mexico, like she was just very affectionate. Like when she passed by him to go grab something at the bar, I think she like stopped and asked if he wanted anything and like gave him like a kiss or a hug or something.
I love that.
It was so sweet. Like you can just tell like they're really into each other.
They look good together.
They do. And then we have Chelsea and Kwame.
A little messy.
A little bit messy because Kwame, he's making some bad decisions.
He is making some bad decisions.
He is still in love with our next couple, which is Micah and Paul. And I don't see the appeal of Micah. I'm just going to say it.
I don't think anybody sees the appeal of Micah.
Don't see
the internet really does not like Micah.
Yeah, no, I can't say it. And it's not even really like based off of looks. It's more so character. We'll get into it. But not a fan. Also, they just like don't seem right together, Micah and Paul. They just don't seem
I don't see her with any of them.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I saw a comment. Someone's like, she definitely was a past sorority girl.
Oh, 100.
That is Micah.
That is Micah. And then we have Jackie and Marshall.
Oh.
And actually, I think her name's like Jacquelina.
Oh.
Which is really funny to me.
I think she's probably the prettiest of this season.
Yes, she's the cutest. She's the prettiest of the season.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
No, but
she's the prettiest.
You're on reality TV. We are looking at your appearance.
Of course. So she's the prettiest, of course. Marshall is I like him. Mm-hmm. I think that he has also been one, has said some really strong.
Yeah, there was one thing he said in particular when he was talking to, it was him, Brett, and Kwame, mm-hmm. and he was saying like, we need to change it up. We need to express our feelings.
Yeah.
Change a narrative that like men can't show emotions.
Absolutely.
And he made a whole little spiel about that, and I was like, yes.
Yes. That's something that I think is even kind of prevalent in the dating world is men not showing emotion and just, people and just not showing emotion. Yeah. And we need to do that. That's what dating needs right now is just be honest and open about your feelings. Like, I think we talked about this in our previous episode with Eddie and Joey of just like being open, like risk talking about your feelings. And I remember I even just recently even saw a dating advice and someone was saying like, oh, like we, we're together, like we have sleepovers or whatever, but like, I don't know what we are. And she's like, it's funny how you're okay to get naked, but you can't even express your emotions.
Literally.
Like, you can't just tell somebody that I like you, but yet you're willing to get naked with this person. Like, there's something wrong, y'all, in our society right now.
Really wrong. If that's so true, though.
Really
that is
wrong.
what happens. That is what is happening.
Yeah, get naked with your feelings, y'all.
Yeah. We're going to place that on the shirt, too. Yeah. Naked with your feelings.
Get naked with your feelings first.
Yeah.
And then brings us to our last couple, the messiest, Irina and Zach.
Irina.
Oh, Irina.
I don't know which I like least. It's between her and Micah. I kind of like her.
Yeah.
Irina does it worse for me.
I like her. Irina, I like her way less.
I like her way less.
But they are two of the messiest girls.
Mm-hmm.
They are mean girl energy. Someone's giving peaked in high school energy.
They are giving peaked in high school. One thing that irked me was Arena gets in her little interview thing where they introduce themselves. And she was like, I'm a bombshell. And I was like, girl, our definition of a bombshell is very different. I'm all about having self-confidence. You should have self-confidence.
Yeah.
But their self-confidence is borderline delusional.
More like bomb shelter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
that's my thing. Okay. That's okay. It does take a lot to go out onto a reality show.
It
Put
does,
yourself out
but
there.
don't say stupid shit like that. I would never go on the show and be like, I'm a bombshell.
Yeah, I just don't think, again, I have that confidence. Like, you do need to love
way you
yourself.
carry yourself,
the way you
sure.
carry yourself, absolutely. The how you present yourself, and you have value, right? But to sit there and be like, I'm a bombshell, like, but
that's the problem. Is where I feel like, okay, if you're gonna sit there and say those words, girl, you better be a 10 out of 10.
But also, just even if you are 10 out of 10, have some humility.
No, but I'm saying though, well, that's where it gets embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like, most people should not. I would never sit there and say that.
Oh God, I would never say that. I would never say that.
To me, if you are going to say that, you better make sure you are the hottest of the hot. You are a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Because honestly, if Jackie said that, I'd be like, you right, boo.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah. But for her, I'm like,
yeah, like,
it's giving. We think we're a 20 when we're pushing a 5'6".
Yeah.
And that is a pet peeve for me when girls that are anybody, not even girls, anybody that's average that are like, I'm not even a 10, I'm a 20.
Well, it's the lack of humility is what is exhausting for me. It's just like, even if you are stunning and gorgeous, like, yes, have that confidence, like, whatever, but just can you have a little bit of humility with it? Be a little bit humble, have a little bit of tact, because that's what actually makes her awful for me, is her personality.
No, her personality sucks.
Oh, her personality is terrible.
Okay, but also, I know we keep fixating on her looks, which I'm not trying to be that girl, but like, how about when Zach told her she looks like Megan Fox?
What an insult to Megan Fox. How dare you?
I'm going to have to throw up a pic of her, because you all tell me, am I missing something?
We're going to do a side-by-side right now.
We're going to put a side-by-side. Actually, that's a better. We're going to do a side-by. Am I missing something?
Point it out to me, y'all. Where is it? I do not.
Do I need to go back to the eye doctor? I'm not seeing it. My jaw was on the floor when he was like, she was like, you look like a cartoon character. And then he was like, you look like Megan Fox. And I'm like,
yeah, which was such like a dick conversation. How she's like, yeah, you look like a cartoon character. And he's like trying to be sweet and be like, oh, you look like Megan Fox to me. Like, right there, right then and there. He should have known. He probably did, but he was trying to salvage it.
And she was doing that whole like, no, stop it.
Yeah.
She was like eating that up.
Oh, God.
But she was playing the like.
Yeah, the coy. Like, me? Yeah, it was awful.
She thinks she's a bombshell, so she definitely thinks she is Megan Fox.
Yeah. No, but really getting into why Zach picked Arena over Bliss is like beyond. I don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason why we like to bring up Love is Blind into our podcast is because it's a very popular show and a lot of people watch it, but also you can see the flaws in dating in almost every season.
Yes.
And that's why you can break it down.
Yes.
And you see like, this is where we have issues.
This is exactly the shit that does happen in the dating world.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And so first, Zach picking Arena over Bliss, you have him picking the mean girl, petty girl, trashy girl, the one who forgets his birthday, over Bliss, who made him cupcakes and made sure that it was there for them before their date on his birthday.
Yep.
Where did he break up with her then there? No, he broke up with her next time. After that.
Yeah,
but
and
like,
they even had that like connection with that song.
Yeah, I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack.
She was like, he was like, my mom dedicated it, or
yeah, he was
that,
like,
he said that was my favorite song.
Yeah, well,
and she said my mom dedicated it to me.
They both did.
Okay.
They both, and so he said that his mom like sat him down and was like, this is like my hopes and dreams for you, basically. And so he's like, I know, and she was like, oh yeah, that's my mom's song for me. And he even went back to the lounge after. He's like, yo, you guys, like the weirdest shit happened, right? right? Which everyone, it doesn't mean anything. Let's just all
if you all have the same song.
Yes, you have the same song.
As humans, we like to find reasons. I do this sometimes where I'm like,
we love to find the fate in it.
It's the fate. It's the fate,
It's
coincidence.
the magic,
Come on, how could it be just a coincidence?
Out of everyone in the world. It's meant to be.
No, it's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence, everyone.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, they had this connection, but Bliss just seemed very sweet.
Very blissful.
Very blissful. And no, made him cupcakes, remembered his birthday.
She's wholesome.
Very wholesome, very wifey material. You can tell that she's also mature emotionally, like She's
there for the right reasons.
She's there for the right reasons. Whereas I feel, and you tell me your theory, I think Arena, I think that she enjoyed talking to Zach. And they shared some similarities as far as like a rough childhood, it not feeling great. They were both very open about that, which I get. And I think she just really enjoyed talking to him as a person.
Okay.
But then and she didn't have a romantic connection to him. Then the minute she found out Bliss was also interested in Zach, she was like, guess what, bitch? You got competition. And it wasn't about Zach anymore. It was about, I want to win. And I also think because she's incredibly insecure, because she was talking about like her acne and all this stuff, and like her figure's not the best. I'm just going to say it, right? Like she probably has a lot of insecurity, you can tell. And it immediately became Mean Girl. Like, I'm going to win. I'm going to be, and I want to be the one to be picked.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I actually really like him. I just want to be the one to be picked.
Yeah, because honestly, you can't tell me she sat there, like, loving his singing episode.
Oh, God, that was so cringe.
There's no...
I mean, thank you for being vulnerable and
thank
open,
you for being
so cringe.
Like... Can I just say, like, if you don't know how to sing, really, you don't need to try. And I will say, like, for a female, like, dedicating a song is great, but please, you don't need to, like, sing it to me.
Just, it's not my thing.
It's not my
thing
For me,
either. It's not my thing. If that is other people saying...
No, you saw her face.
Yeah, she
also,
was 100%.
I've seen it all over social media being on the top of 5 funniest moments of the show.
Just, I think... Men, if you're going to go,
stop
singing. If you're going to go on to Love is Blind,
stop singing.
Stop singing. Just stop. Because what's his face did that. My fiance looks like Beyonce. Which was so cringe.
This was
like, oh boy. Like, just
I don't know. I could just imagine myself if I'm sitting on the other side of that wall and I hear this voice that is terrible.
Gets up and sneaks out.
I don't know if I could sit there and be like, I'd be like, secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you fast forward?
I was watching it and I just got such secondhand embarrassment. I had to fast forward. I was like, I can't do this right now. I am so embarrassed for this guy. And what sucks about Love is Blind too, because I don't even know how I would navigate this. Again, I say all this and I've never been through it.
They pick those scenes on purpose.
They do. But the thing is, yes, you're on a reality show, but these are also supposed to be like private conversations.
True.
And you don't know what's going to get shown.
But you also know that there's a chance it's going to get shown.
Yeah. So that's the hard part for me. Which
it's
also
not like you're taken by surprise.
Right. Which also then brings up kind of the question of just like, are you really truly that open and vulnerable?
That's a good point. Because it's being filmed, so you are going to be filtered on some things you may say because you either don't want the public to know, right? Or you don't want the embarrassment,
or you just don't want someone else shared. Like I don't want certain things shared, right? Like
on national television.
Yeah. So I actually kind of wonder how truly open and honest they are.
I wonder if there are times where they're like no cameras.
Yeah.
Like if they have like days where it's like we're not filming today.
Yeah. Or like, hey, so between these hours we are going to film, so just do whatever, but just know that we are filming.
I wonder now.
Interesting. If someone could find that out for us.
Yeah, please. If you know somebody at the network.
But yeah, so, the whole issue with Zach picking her, and it just boggles my mind, and I think you feel the same way, is the fact that he even said to, I forget who it was, to either Marshall, I think it was Marshall or Kwame, Zach told them in the lounge, he was like, Arena plays games, like you can tell she does it, like to create that tension, but I like really trust her.
Well, it makes no sense. How do you trust someone that plays games? I've never heard that sentence go hand in hand.
Yeah. No.
Those two sentences, those two thoughts go hand in hand. That's a better way to put it.
Yes.
No one has ever said they play games, I trust them.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
So honestly, like, men, if you can help us understand this, why would you have someone who is pure wifey material and not pick her, but then pick the one who you knows plays games and sat there and said, yeah, I'm sorry, I actually forgot your birthday. So, but I hope you have like a great one. You know, I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. Why?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Explain
Because one is all in and one is a chase. One, you're like, it goes back to that whole
goes
thing.
Back to our thing.
It goes back to the whole thing. If you're too readily available, guys don't like that. They want the one that's not as easily accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a clear case of that.
That is a clear case. You had someone who was literally in the kitchen with an apron baking you cupcakes.
Yeah.
And then you had the other one who
said, I forgot your birthday.
Who sat there and was like, I forgot. I'm sorry.
And he's like, and I trust that one.
Yeah. And he was like, who do I trust with my life? You. The one who forgot my birthday.
The one who doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. The one who doesn't give a shit. That's my whole thing.
And the one where he even said, I know she plays games.
Yes, but that's my thing is, again, you know, how you said we see these things clearly in the dating world. Why do you have the girl who doesn't give a shit about you? So what is it? Men, I'm serious. What is it about the girl who doesn't give a shit about you that you want to choose and go after? And on top of that, this is what makes us not believe you when you sit there and say there's no good women left. Bitch, you had a woman in the kitchen baking you cupcakes for your birthday. And yet you still choose the one who forgot, didn't give a shit, and was like, anyway.
Say it louder. That was well said.
I don't understand.
I also don't understand, but it goes to the appeal of they don't want what's available.
That's what I think. Honestly, I've always believed that they like the chase. They like the pursuit. They like the bitch. They like the one.
Where did it end up for him?
You know
what?
He
literally, at the end, what did he say?
He said, I chose the wrong one.
I chose the wrong one. And I'm sorry, we could have all told you that.
We all told you.
In fact, Bliss told you that.
Yes. And that's the thing, too, is that Bliss told him, like, if you choose Irina, that tells me what type of person you are.
And he was like, oh, well, I can't choose her. She's judging me.
Yeah, which he did not like his character being called into question.
Well, it should have been.
It absolutely should have. Well, clearly he made the wrong choice.
And clearly it shows that he's also insecure because how are you so affected by that comment? A guy that's confident in who he is wouldn't be bothered by that.
Right.
But you're so bothered by your character coming to question.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it's almost
not
like
secure in your character.
Not secure in it. I also feel like maybe he did it out of even spite. Like, no, like, I do know. Like, don't question me.
He could have, but then it's
I
like,
do know.
Well, who's laughing now?
Yeah.
Bliss.
Yeah.
Blissfully laughing.
Yes, blissfully laughing. Yeah, because, again, spoiler alert, Zach and Irina break up in Mexico because she even says to, I think, Micah, when Zach touches me, it, like, gives me the ick.
She even said that, like, when they first, which is crazy to me, when they first meet each other, the reveal, she's willing to get engaged to a man, but you're not willing to kiss him. Those don't go, I don't understand that.
And again, I understand the premise in that it's very quick. And
no, I understand it's quick, but then how is it not so quick to have a ring on your finger?
But every single, yeah.
So you're telling me it's quick, not like, it's slow enough to have a ring on your finger, but too fast to kiss someone. Yeah. Where I guarantee you, she's been blacked out drunk at clubs kissing people.
100%.
Make it make sense.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's also, oh gosh, what was I going to say? Their reveal was the most awkward reveal I have ever seen in my life.
He was awkward.
He's, okay, yes, he's very awkward. He's not.
Well, he was just staring.
No, but even when they first went up to each other, like, it was so weird. And again, if you look at, because I've seen on TikTok, like, the green line test, her upper body was touching his, but her lower half was way far from his. And she did it again at a different time.
No, she wasn't into it.
Which
is so funny because she goes on her little beginning when they introduce her, and she was like, I'm insecure about my acne scars and all of that. So she wants someone to accept that.
Right.
She goes and says that, I don't care how he looks. You know, it's the heart that matters, all of that.
Yeah.
And then the second she sees him, she's like, oh.
Yeah, she was like, like I just like have no like she's not into it at all. Tells him he looks like a cartoon character,
and not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
She's not saying he looks like Aladdin.
No, and she not saying he looks like a Disney prince. No, but she also wasn't just being like, oh my god, it's like so weird to see you, like like and touching his face or trying to have some physical contact.
Was like, she literally said, I wish he looked more normal.
Yeah,
normal. Again, this is the bombshell. That's not the bombshell saying this.
Yeah,
it's like. Girl, somebody needs to humble her.
Yeah.
And I wish it was Zach, and it wasn't.
You know what, though? God bless the internet, because I think the internet is going to humble her bad.
No, you're right.
It's going to humble
her bad. Girls like
that
need to be humbled.
Yes, because like her and Micah.
Yeah.
So again, another situation, the young, manipulative girls, the mean girls. Irina and Micah, too young, like 27 and 26. And they, mean girls in the lounge, they are snickering and laughing when like Amber gets broken up with by Paul, who you can tell that she's like, she seemed like she was very into him. I think she has a lot of red flags. Two dead in the water marriages, and she's a flight attendant. I don't think you need to be
on a dating show after. Maybe we take a break for a bit.
I don't know. We don't know her healing journey. Maybe she actually did it. But anyway, she just had a little bit of red flags. But for me, I mean, she's crying. She's clearly heartbroken. And they're like on the couch together, like laughing. And it's just like,
can you do that again?
like, sorry, Irina does look like a little piggyish. But anyway, so they're being so rude. And then Irina, I forget who, when someone was upset, Irina goes over and like eavesdrops on their conversation and is like laughing. And there was an article that came out by Entertainment Weekly, and Irina is saying, that was just like a coping mechanism for us. And we're, we were just trying to have a sense of normalcy. So it's like, okay, so you're telling me that a sense of normalcy for you is to act like a fucking bitch? Like that's normal for you?
They hired a PR team that's not doing it right. Yeah. Because I'm sorry, when has anyone said my coping mechanism is making fun of people?
Yeah, my coping mechanism, is snickering and laughing at other people's pain and hurt.
Yeah.
So sue me. Just like, that's a character flaw, you dumb hoe. like
nice try spinning that, but
right,
that is that made her look even worse.
It made her look even worse.
That PR team needs to be fired.
No, she was her and Micah incredibly immature. And again, I think that they were both there just to win. Again, I really do think that Irina, the minute she found out Bliss was in it, she was like, no, I'm gonna win. I want that validation. You're gonna choose me. And which makes sense because she just had no interest in Zach whatsoever. Zero affection, anything. And then same with Micah. Micah was the same thing. They were sitting there laughing. I don't even think she's into Paul. I think, again, because Amber was into Paul, again, you had competition. She was more about beating out the other girl than actually, attaching herself. Didn't we kind of
have that with Kwame, but she said no to him?
Yes. And that's the thing. Like, she apparently had this crazy connection with Kwame where he was basically like ready to propose to her. He was very heartbroken when she ended it with him. And
that conversation was interesting to me in general, though, because he was like, oh, I have a girl that I'm really into that's opening up to me, being vulnerable. You're not, but I want to marry you.
Again, make it make sense, men. Like, I don't understand.
And then she still doesn't really say much. And he's like, I'm going to find out if I can propose early. It's like,
yeah.
She didn't say much.
Yeah, she didn't really say anything.
She wasn't memorable.
No, but it wasn't memorable. Again, I'm expecting, that like, I'm sorry that I don't give you that, affirmation, or I don't reaffirm what you're feeling. Like, how can I do better? Or that is something that I'm working on, but I do want to tell you right now that where I'm at, I'm here, and here are all my feelings. And I may not be able to say that every single time, but please know that is like the land in which I am dwelling right now with you.
Yeah.
It was nothing. She was just like, okay.
Literally, and then his next thing was like, I'm going to find out if I can propose to you early. It's like, you have someone who's so down for you.
Right.
And who you actually connect with, similar interests to you.
But you know what? To be fair, women do this too. We pick the asshole. Yeah. There's the kind, nice dude who's doing everything. They're like, he's such a good friend. Is this
still like a human flaw?
This is a human flaw.
That we just want what we can't have in every aspect?
I think it's because, we want what we can't have. I think there's people who we just all kind of like a challenge. I think it's also just like, no, I'll fix you. Like, I'll be the one to break you. I'll be the hero. Maybe like a little bit of like a hero syndrome. I don't know that's the true psychology about it, but maybe a little bit.
Some common patterns.
No, it was just, Micah. I really don't know how much she's really into Paul. I don't think it's a lot. I think, again, it was just, I want to beat out Amber.
Okay, well, this is where it gets even more interesting. We're going to talk about Paul. It's these two girls are like the best friends on the show, Irina and Micah.
Uh-huh.
And Irina wants Micah's fiance. Mm-hmm. And she's like flirting with him and everything.
She was flirting with him at the pool party in Mexico. She was being but she was being pretty inappropriate. That's the thing, too. The level of how inappropriate they all are when they're engaged. Like, you're engaged to people. Like, it's your fiance in front of you, not even just like boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And they're so disrespectful to their betrothed.
Wild, though. It's like me going on the show with one of you guys. Granted, like, we would have just met on the show or whatever, but then like secretly wanting your fiance.
Yeah.
And then joking about it with my ex-fiance.
Right.
That like.
Yeah, because he even said...
He's like, you want your best friend's man.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. She didn't even deny it. She was like...
Irina. And she was trying to play it off like, no, I just like recognize that I just had a really good conversation.
And then she like kind of admitted it.
And I just didn't have that. And I was just like, why am I not having that with Zach? And it's like, you dumb hoe, because you don't want to.
Well,
like,
then he called her out.
Liar.
And then he called her out about it.
Yeah.
And then... she kind of was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, never mind. Yeah, I actually really am into him. He was like, yeah, your best friends, man. Yeah, they are a hot mess. They are all sorts of red flags.
That friendship's not going to last either.
No, that friendship's not going to last.
Done, but...
honestly, I feel it's almost like trauma bonding. Like, you're in a situation, you got to try to find somebody. But they're incredibly immature. And red flags, both of them. So I'm very curious to see how Micah plays out, because... that also brings us to, I'm telling y'all, this is such a messy season, and I love it. Because that brings us to Chelsea and Kwame and Micah.
Another love triangle.
The other little love triangle. So, in the pods, Kwame was all about Micah. You know, we just said he was like, I want to see if I can propose early. This is it for me. I'm so into it.
Even though you're not giving me anything.
Even though you're not giving me anything, and you're not reaffirming your emotions and your feelings towards me every single time we meet, like this other girl is. So she's done it since day one. But you know what? Fuck it. I love a good challenge. Because, life's not enough. And I'm going to choose this girl who I'm not sure about. So that sounds like fun for me. And so then Micah breaks up with Kwame for Paul, because Paul and Micah are like, we got to break up with whoever. Kwame is very hurt by it. Like, he is actually very, very, very upset. He was crying in the lounge. Like, he seemed very truthful with his emotions. So then he goes to his second choice, Chelsea. And Chelsea seems very mature.
Very mature.
She seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. She knows how to communicate her feelings well and in a very calm way. Like, you can tell, like, at one scenario, she's like a little bit irritated, and you could tell that was coming through, but she was still collected. Yeah, that's a great word for it. And so this whole situation of when they all meet, which I love the drama. They all meet each other for the first time. All the couples come together for the party. So they're at the pool party in Mexico. And I did appreciate how Kwame told Chelsea, like, hey, I'm going to have a conversation with Micah. Like, I need some closure. I didn't like how it ended. And it was really funny. You can tell me if you think so. Like, the way that Kwame responded to Micah, like, it felt like reading a text message. Like, it sounded like a text message exchange. I was like, why can I see this, like, text message go back and forth?
You see that?
Yeah, I see the bubbles.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so he told Chelsea, I'm going to have a conversation with Mike. I just want to let you know, which I thought was very mature.
I think it was mature for him to say that.
Yes. And I thought he was very caring. And then Chelsea's like, hey, I get it. Again, very open, honest. She understands. Yeah. She's
also showing you're comfortable in your skin.
Exactly. She's like, I'm not threatened.
Exactly.
You chose me. I'm your fiance. We're going to do this. Like, I'm in it. And you can tell Chelsea really loves Kwame.
She does.
You could
from the pods. She was all about him.
She was so into him. And she just truly loves him. And so I love that. And when that happened, I was like, damn, this couple's gonna make it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, up until then. And then the pool party happens. And so he has a conversation with Micah, and you can tell Micah is, obviously she's very awkward about it because she broke his heart. And, you know, I don't know, she's kind of flirty with him, and she's kind of touchy-feely. I don't know. And you can tell Kwame sees her, and he's like, fuck. Like, I think he right then and there, he's like, I fucking should have just walked away. Like, it was going to be her and no one else. And he even says, like, yeah, I'm attracted to her.
She also said she was attracted to him.
Yeah. And so they have a conversation.
Kwame,
what do you tell me? Show me. I don't see it.
I think your girl's better looking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chelsea's way better. And also because Chelsea has just a much better personality in who she is as a person.
She makes her more attractive.
Absolutely. Micah's trash. So anyway.
Yeah.
So then, you know, they have this conversation. It seems like they kind of get closure, but it's also awkward because, like, there's such sexual tension between them. Like, you could cut it with a knife.
That's like what?
It's very obvious. But anyway, so then, of course, Irina and Micah are getting drunk together in the pool, as you do. And then Irina's like, hey, bring us shots, Kwame. We want tequila shots. And he's like, no, get it yourself. Because he's outside the pool talking to Brett. So then Micah goes and gets shots, I think. Somehow they end up having shots, and then they're about to take one. And then, you know, Micah says, to failed proposals.
What an asshole thing to say.
Right? Like, what a dick thing to say. Like, such a twat. So then Kwame's like, I'm not cheersing to that. So he puts it down at the bar, but then he goes to have a conversation with Micah about it. And this is not a conversation that looks like he's pissed. He's holding her hand. He's like touching her fingers.
Disrespectful.
She has a very cheeky swimsuit on, so her ass is hanging out. And of course, she just happens to be like popping it up, you know, so he can see. Like, so disrespectful to Chelsea. I'd be livid.
I would be livid, and I'd be like, go be with her.
Right? I would just say, you know what? If this is how it's going to be, like,
I'm not interested.
I'm done.
I would have been like Zach. I think that's the thing I do like about Zach was like, he even said, I'm not going to chase you.
Mm-hmm. And she was like, you're not?
Yeah, she was like, you're not. She was like.
Which is, again, perfect sign. Perfect sign.
Perfect sign. But it's like, no, I mean, to me, it's disrespectful. Mm-hmm. You're showing me where your priorities are. You're showing me that you care for her still and all these things. And it's like, first of all, I think I'd have an issue with it because you already proposed to her.
Yeah.
I was second choice.
Yeah.
And now you're spending, like, you still want her as your first choice.
Yeah, you still.
So I would have been like, no thanks.
You're still sad. You're still lamenting over the fact that
because
you didn't get her.
You have to still sit here and have another conversation.
Yeah.
We already had one.
Yeah, you already had one. And that's what even Chelsea was saying, like, because all the girls were around her and they're like, girl, you okay? And she's just like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, it's been like a 20, 30-minute conversation. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, what is there to discuss? And again, it did not look like Kwame was pissed and being like, hey, why would you say that? That's so fucked up. That's so rude. That's so disrespectful. I actually, like, he was kind of saying it, but he didn't sit there and be like, dude, I actually fell in love with you. So if you're going to make bullshit comments like that, like, you know what? I made a great fucking choice not to.
Yeah.
You know? But he didn't. He was just like, I mean, like, why would you say that? Like, touching her hand. Oh, made me mad. It made me mad. So poor Chelsea. But again, I love how Chelsea handled herself. She was just like, you know what, I'm leaving.
Well.
I'm removing myself from the situation. I'm going to go deal with my emotions on my own. And I'm not dealing with any of this bullshit. And then their conversation that night, because they didn't go to like the bar where they were all hanging out. And again, I thought she just expressed herself so well. But, you know, Kwame was just like, what was I supposed to do? Just like call her out right there?
Yeah.
And Chelsea was like, yeah.
I would have said the same thing. Yeah. What do you owe her? That
right? That's the thing. What do you owe her? She broke your heart.
And she just embarrassed you with a dumb cheers.
A dumb comment.
Yeah.
Like a dumb toast. Like,
she's making fun out of your vulnerability.
Yes. Like that's exactly it. That's exactly it. She's making fun of your vulnerability.
Yeah.
She is shitting all over it She's being so rude and so disrespectful. And I don't care if you're drunk. Don't give me any of that bullshit of like, well, we were drunk and blah, blah. Like, no. Because Arena says that later too. Like in the article on Entertainment Weekly, she's like, we were drunk. And it's like, fuck off. Like, you're still responsible for what you're doing and your actions and what you say. So yeah, so he was just like, yeah, what was I supposed to call it out? And she's like, yes. So I thought she explained it really well, Chelsea, her viewpoint. And I loved how she told Kwame, then get over it. She was like, get over it.
Literally, though, get over it. It's like, he's acting like he's the only one who had this experience. They all had experiences with each other.
Yes.
You weren't the only one who had an experience with Micah. Like, we were all talking to each other for 2 weeks or however long it was.
Yeah.
So get over it.
That's what I was thinking in my head too, is that like, you're not the only one. You're not the only one who made very, very solid connections with other people, sight unseen. So why are you acting like you're the fucking victim?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is if you do feel like you made a mistake, then just fucking say it. Be like Zach and just own your shit. Just be like, you know what?
Walk away.
I love you, but I'm not in love with you, or not enough.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's a whole mess situation. But I have a question for you. If you were Chelsea and you knew, because we also had this last season, and we may have had the season before too, would you say yes knowing you were the second option? I don't think it's easy for me to say this right now. Right now.
Yes.
I would say no. Because to me, I will never, it's like, you want someone else more than you want me.
That's the problem.
And I like what Zach said. She should be someone's first option. I want to be someone's first option.
Yeah, I actually did appreciate how he said that about Bliss. And he was like, she deserves to be someone's first option. Basically, like, I fucked up and I own that. I'm not going to go now chase her and be like, oh, come back to me because I fucked up. Like, I made that decision. I chose wrong, and I have to live with that.
Yep.
If she comes to me, that's one thing. So, but and again, I think, like you, it's very easy for me to sit there and say no. But I also maybe do wonder if I actually would say no, because I have felt second choice all my life, right?
Yeah.
And maybe not even a choice. I have felt last to be picked for the team. And it sucks when you're last to be picked for the team, because if anyone's ever experienced that, you know that you're not picked.
Yeah.
You just have to go to the team who didn't choose last. So you're not even picked. That's what fucking sucks too. And that's how I have felt my entire life. So I think, and I would hope that I would be at a point that I have dealt enough with my shit that I could sit there and actually like love myself enough to say no. Like, no. Because then I'm always going to be second choice for our entire relationship. I'm always going to get second choice feels, and I'm going to get second choice, emotions.
That's how I feel.
And
I just don't think I would say yes, because I don't want to be someone's second option.
Yeah.
Especially so quickly, right?
Yes.
Like, you were just in love with her yesterday.
You were ready to propose to this person. If you were not ready to propose
That's
to us
my
at the
issue.
same time, then, because like I feel like with Zach, Bliss and Irina were both equal. Like, they were not, like, it wasn't like first choice, second choice. I think he was having a really, really, really hard time deciding between the two. But Kwame had a clear first choice. That was Micah. Like, he was like, I don't see anyone else. Mm-hmm. He had blinders on, type of thing.
Yeah, then to me, it's like, well, you just want what's cool next to you. Like, what else? I don't know. For me, I give her props, but I don't think I would say yes to it.
Yeah, I would hope that I would say no.
Who did that last season? Someone did that too.
I forget.
And said yes.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it also sucks because I also kind of wonder if some of them don't know that they were the second choice. We know as the audience, but like they don't know because maybe they weren't talking about it or something.
Oh, that is true. But I don't know.
I don't know.
We also know Mike is a type that would have been like, he proposed to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she would keep that hidden.
True. All right. We have a little bit of time, so we're gonna get into some predictions.
All right.
Right. Brett and Tiffany.
Yes, for sure.
Yes,
solid.
I think they're solid.
I don't think there's any argument there.
No. I think there's gonna they're gonna try to create drama when there is no drama.
Yeah.
But I think 100% they're gonna say yes.
They're gonna say yes.
Be strong. Chelsea and Kwame.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna work not because of her. I think it's not gonna work because he's gonna low key still want Micah.
I think she's gonna say yes and he's gonna say no.
Yeah.
Oof. Poor Chelsea.
I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think they're gonna.
honestly, I just don't know if Kwame is ready to get over it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Based on what I've seen, no.
And which I'm just like, why? Like, what is it about Micah that was just so like alluring and just
Her
so
personality
real?
sucks.
Her personality sucks. She's not as bad as Irina, in my opinion.
She's not as bad, but she sucks.
But she still sucks. Like, she's still pretty shitty.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Good luck to that man.
Yeah, good luck. Jackie and Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I know we didn't really talk about them too much because they didn't have much drama. She did have a nervous breakdown, poor thing, in Mexico. But he was so supportive. He was so kind to her. He was showing her such love. Everything that he was saying was like, gentlemen, take notes. I mean, honestly, everyone take notes. Like, what he was saying was what you want to hear from a partner during a very vulnerable and open situation like that. And I thought he just showed her such love. And that's what she even said. She was like, that's a man right there. That's a man who loves me right there. And so I thought that was like such like a sweet moment between them. But she also just seems like she's kind of a wreck. Like she just seems like a lot. Like she's just kind of all over the place. And I wonder if she might be too chaotic for him.
Yeah, he's pretty collected.
He's pretty collected. He's pretty like, I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. And she seems a little like, blah.
I'm going to root for them.
I want to root for them because I think it's, I don't want to say she doesn't deserve him. I don't know if she can value him in the way that he needs to and wants to and should be because of what he provides. Mm-hmm. So I hope she sees that. And I hope she truly understands that she's going to have to step up her game because he should be receiving the same.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if she doesn't get her shit together, he might be like, bro, I'm out.
Are you kind of like 50-50?
Yeah.
What's your gut telling you?
My gut's telling me is that he's going to say no and she's going to say yes.
I could see that too.
So I don't know, but I am rooting. I hope
Let's
so.
see. Let's maybe the next episode's turns
hope for
around.
The worst, we plan for the best. Yeah. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Yes.
Okay. Micah and Paul.
No.
I wonder if he'll say no. I can't gauge him. I don't know where he's at with her.
He's
to
hard
be honest.
to read. I agree.
I think he's more into her than she's into him, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see the shit that comes up and
in the next, as of right now, in this midway point, I don't think so.
Well, and it's funny because in the previews, of course, it's all pieced together, so you don't even know what you're seeing. But at the bachelorette parties, you see Micah's friend or person.
She's
or
crying.
whatever.
That's not
She's
for
crying
you.
And she was saying, "That's not for you.
Yeah.
This isn't it. This isn't it." And I don't know.
But then that leads me to believe that why would they throw that in? So maybe they do go.
I don't know. The overarching theme of this season seems to be like, did you make the right decision?
Yep.
That's what it seems like.
Because we have two girls that didn't do it for the right reason.
Yes. So we have, which throws everything off.
Yeah.
Right? So it throws off the whole situation, the whole cadence.
And then on top of that, one of them wants the other one's man.
Yes. Yeah. And now everyone wants Paul, which is Micah's man. And then, so I don't know. That's the whole thing. It's like, did you choose wrongly? Did you?
And I'm going to have to say yes for most of you.
Yeah. For most of them, they did pick wrong. But yeah, with Micah and Paul, I don't think they're going to make it. I think it's going to be something. I think I would hope that Micah would just actually be like a tactful person and have some sort of values and redeeming qualities in the end and just be like, no, I did this for the wrong reasons. Yeah. Like I actually did really like Kwame, but I just wanted to be picked. I wanted to beat out Amber. I love that I had two guys fighting over me and,
She still does. She loves that Kwame wants her still. She's feeding into that.
she's 100% feeding into it. And I think she's also playing with him.
She wants to be wanted.
Yeah, she wants to be wanted. Young girl game. That stupid young girl game. Get to therapy. And then we all know Zach and Irina obviously did not make it. But Bliss shows back up. So at the end of episode 5, Zach and Bliss meet up. And, he's very awkward. He's like, hi. Yeah. And I think he says, I made the wrong choice.
He does say that. I made the wrong choice.
And then, so what do we think Bliss is going to say?
Well, if I was Bliss, I'd be like, I told you. Mm-hmm. I would not take him. Again, I'm not going to be someone's, especially, again, someone who has such shitty character.
Yeah.
against someone who...
That's what would piss me off. If... okay, looks, whatever.
Let's throw that aside.
All right, like, whatever. I can understand everyone has their
taste,
their yucks and their yums, right?
Yeah.
So whatever. I can't fault you for that. But when it comes down to character, because that's something I really value in myself. I'm a flawed person, but I really do value like my heart and the character that I have. So if a shitty ass person was picked over me, like
I wouldn't. No,
I couldn't. I don't think I could forgive that.
I don't think so either. I would hear him out. Let's see what she does.
Hear him out.
Which I kind of feel like she's gonna do that. I can't. I don't know. She really did like him too, but to me, it's a slap in the face. Like you had me, who was so genuine.
Yeah,
who was so about
you, and
then you pick someone who asked me for a candle for you.
Yeah, asked me for a candle from the cupcakes that I was making for your birthday, and was like, "Hey, can I have one of your candles?" She was like, "No." Like, because she forgot your birthday. And the only reason why she knew it was your birthday is because she saw Bliss making the cupcakes.
I hope he watches that back and
oh God, I you know what? I hope it's like the tangerine scene from Cole and Zeneb or whatever. Like, I hope they play it back. Oh my God, I really cannot wait for the reunion episode, because I hope they show all the shit that Irina and Micah were doing in the lounge with the other girls, especially when the men broke up with the other girls for them. Like, and they were, again, the snickering and the just, oh God, they're such assholes.
We don't like them.
No, I really do not like them, but
they're going to have a hard time dating now.
Oh God. They're going to get so dragged. If I were them, I'd like go into hiding.
Yeah, wait till this cools down. Just deactivate everything.
Yeah, wait till season 5 comes out.
Yeah, and there's like a new villain.
Yeah, there's a new villain in town. I would wait that out. But I think Bliss is going to hear him out. And I think she's going to be like, thank you for telling me that. Yeah. You 100% did. And I'm so sorry. I'm taken, actually. Or like, this
is not for me.
This isn't for me. Or just, you know what? I choose to be.
I hope she does that.
Yeah. And I choose to be I deserve to be someone's first choice.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't see that, then you're never going to see it.
Yep. Yep.
And the only reason why you saw it is because of shit that I told you.
And you didn't want to listen.
Because that was like such the sweet moment from Bliss 2's when she walked out of the room and she was like, I really do love you. That was heartbreaking to me. That was so heartbreaking. Like,
no, and she seems that's wholesome. That's the best way.
Honestly, I think every woman can see themselves in Bliss.
Yeah.
I think every woman has been the girl who's made the cupcakes, who's remembered the birthday, who wants to make someone feel special and seen and valued.
Yes, but got beat out.
And got beat out by this bullshit girl just because she created tension and drama
and appeal.
And the chase.
Yep.
It's just, so this is my problem is when, everyone says like, no, there are good men out there, or even for men, no, there are good women out there. And it's like, yes, but they're picking the assholes because of whatever bullshit inside of them.
And then they're saying that there aren't good people out there once they pick the assholes.
Yeah, once they pick the assholes. And they're like, yeah, but all women or all men are like, it's like, yeah, because you picked the asshole. Like, that's on you, man. Like, stop blaming others for your shitty mistakes. Anyway, we'll see what Bliss has to say. I'm so ready for it.
Is that next week? We'll talk. It'll be. I don't know if the finale will be
April 7th. I think the next ones are coming out.
So we'll have to talk about it. Recap in a few weeks.
Yeah, we'll recap. But so everyone, go watch it.
Watch it,
or let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
If you agree, disagree, whatever, would love to know. You want to join the hate train on Micah and Irina, hop on board. There's a lot of seats. But we'd love to know your thoughts and, what you thought about it. Can't wait for the next round of episodes. It's going to be good. But as always, like us on wherever you're listening to us.
Yeah, subscribe.
Follow us on social media. Follow us on social media. That's where you can leave us messages, comment on our reels, DM us, all that good stuff. And then please rate our episodes wherever you listen.
I've told you in the past, if it's not a 10 or a 5.
Yeah, if it's not a 5 out of 5, we don't want it.
Yeah.
No, we do appreciate all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But yeah, give us a rating. We appreciate it. Give us a follow, a like, whatever, shout out, all the good stuff. But anyway, thanks for listening, everyone.
Yes.
And we will catch you next week.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.